Hey guys, what's going on? This is Fred2266 here. Whew! And yes, as you can see by the title, this is the so-called popular story I'll be reading today. The next installment of the Cream of the Crop series. The most polarizing, infamous fan fiction in Brony history. The polar opposite of My Little Dashie, Cupcakes by Sergeant Sprinkle. Sprinkles. I know what I said yesterday. To be a quote-unquote popular fan fiction, you have to either have over 300 likes on FimFiction, your own page on Equestria Daily, or be featured on Equestria Daily, or have your own page on the My Little Pony Wikia. Well, Cupcakes isn't even on FimFiction for obvious reasons. It did have its own. It was featured on Equestria Daily, but it got taken off for obvious reasons. It doesn't have its own page, but it does have its own page on the My Little Pony Wikia, and plus people always go back to it in conversations about anti-bronies will always talk about Cupcakes as to why bronies are awful creatures of the world, which makes it popular or anti-popular. It doesn't matter. It's infamous, therefore it is a form of popular. So, I'm gonna read it, because unlike most shallow people, I don't mind it. I don't take the story seriously, like most people. Plus, gotta read something. What else would you like me to read? I'm not gonna take your suggestions. I'm gonna read Cupcakes by Sergeant Sprinkles. Alright? So, alright. If I get dislikes, it's okay. If I lose subscribers, nah. If I lose subscribers off of reading just one story, then they weren't really subscribers. They were just here for a fun time. And then they're going to use me, and as soon as there's a rift in the road, a roadblock, a pothole, they're jumping out of their car and they're walking to Tijuana. But they're going to die because the buzzards are going to eat them alive. So, it's their loss. They aren't loyal if they unsubscribe just for one reading. So, goodbye. If I get disliked, okay, I'm gonna read it. And if you are loyal, you'll listen to me read it. If you don't want me to read it, if you don't want to listen to me read it, that's okay. Some people just don't like it, and that's fine. I don't care. The air was warm, the sun was shining, and all of Ponyville was having a glorious day. The town square was bustling and crowded. Busy ponies were making their busy way through the streets. All the pony folk seemed to have somewhere to be. All, except Rainbow Dash, were placed within the sky. She freely tore through the air, speeding one way and the next. She buzzed the treetops and raced the wind. The Pegasus swooped over a schoolyard, much to the delight of the children. Climbing several hundred feet, she dove, going as fast as she could. Seconds before hitting the ground, her wings flew open and she took off back into the clear blue. Rainbow felt alive. Then she remembered that she had somewhere to be. She's supposed to meet with Pinkie Pie in 5 minutes. She'd gotten so caught up in her exercises that she nearly forgot. Pinkie had asked Dash to meet her at Sugar Cube Corner at 3. She didn't say why or what they'd be doing, but Dash knew that with Pinkie, it could be anything. She wasn't sure if she really wanted to go, though. She was so engaged with her stunts that she thought about blowing Pinkie off to continue flying. But Dash's conscience got the better of her. She knew that it would hurt Pinkie's feelings after all. She said it was going to be something special just for the two of them. She considered it and thought, why not? What did she have to lose? Heck, might be more pranking. Pinkie might have found a bunch more stuff to pull off on folks. It had so much fun the last time. Dash kicked in an overdrive, mostly to make up for lost time, and sped through her appointment. When she walked through the store, she was immediately greeted with her host bouncing in excitement.
"Yay, you're here, you're here! I've been waiting all day," said the jumping pony.
"Sorry if I'm a little late, Pinkie. I was doing my afternoon exercises and lost track of time," Dash apologized. Pinkie giggled and responded, her tone gleefully reassuring.
"Oh, that's okay. You're here now. What's a few more minutes? I've been so excited thinking about all the fun stuff we're gonna do. I haven't stopped bouncing since I woke up. I almost forgot to breathe. I've been so happy."
Dash gave a slightly uncomfortable laugh. She always appreciated Pinkie's friendly, outgoing way of life, but her overabundant enthusiasm almost creeped her out. Dash was polite, however. If Pinkie got this worked up, then it must be good, whatever it was.
So you ready to get started, Rainbow Dash? I got everything all ready, the pink one said. Dash psyched herself up. You betcha, Pinkie.
Oh, God, this story, it's so polarizing, probably because of some of the grammar mistakes.
You betcha, Pinkie. What do you got planned? We gonna prank somebody? I got a couple good ones I've been thinking about. Or maybe you got some stunts you think I should try? Or maybe making cupcakes, Pinkie happily announced. Baking? Dash was disappointed. Pinkie, you know I'm not good at baking. Remember the last time? Oh, that's not a problem at all. I only need your help making them. I'll be doing most of the work, Pinkie explained. Dash thought about it for a second and replied, Well, alright. I guess that's okay. What exactly do you need me to do? That's the spirit. Here you go. Pinkie handed Dash a cupcake. Dash was puzzled. I thought I was helping you bake. You will be. I made this one just for you before you got here. So, is this like taste testing or something? Sorta, Pinkie said. Dash shrugged and popped the pastry into her mouth. She chewed a bit and swallowed. Not bad. Okay, now what? Dash asked. Now, Pinkie informed, you take a nap. Upon hearing that, Dash felt lightheaded. Her world spun, and seconds later she dropped to the floor. When Dash regained consciousness, she found herself in a dark room. She tried to shake her head, but found that the taut leather strap kept it firmly in place. She struggled to move, but the braces around her chest and limbs glued her to the upright planks. Her legs were spread wide apart. The only part of her not tied down were her wings, as the frame was backless. As she writhed, Pinkie jumped into her light of sight. Goody, you're awake! Now we can get started, she gleefully stated. She was pushing a cart covered with a cloth. Pinkie, what's going on? I can't move, Dash said in a worry. Well, duh! You're tied down, Pinkie chided. That's why you can't move. I didn't think you needed to be told that. But why? What's happening? I thought you said I was going to help make cupcakes. You're helping. You see, I ran the special ingredient. I needed you to get more. Special ingredient? Dash was now breathing heavily and started to panic. What special ingredient? Pinkie giggled and responded, You silly! Dash's eyes widened. Her face contorted in fear. Then she started to laugh. Woohoo! Really got me there, Pinkie Pie. I mean, tricking me into thinking you're gonna get made into a cupcake? I gotta tell you, this is the best prank yet. You win. You're the best. Pinkie giggled even more. Aw, thanks, Dash. But I haven't done any pranks today, so I can't accept your praise. Dash was struggling again. Pinkie, come on. This isn't funny. Then why were you laughing? Pinkie grabbed the cloth and wiped it off the cart. Lifted off the cart. Oh my god. The top of the tray contained various sharp medical tools and knives carefully organized and ready. There was a medicine bag and several other objects next to them. Dash was now in full panic mode. She was starting to hyperventilate. Her mind was racing as she tried to reason with the pink pony. You can't do this, Pinkie! I'm your friend! I know you are! That's why I'm so happy that I got you here. We get to share your last moments together. Just you and me. She was skipping again. But the other ponies will wonder where I am. When the clouds pile up, they'll come looking for me, and then you'll get found out. Dash was desperate. Oh, Dash, Pinkie said. Don't worry. There are plenty of Pegasus to take care of a few clouds. And besides, no one will find out. I mean, how long do you think I've been doing this? And with that, the light suddenly came to life and showcased the rest of the room. Oh God, no. Dash reeled in horror at the image presented to her. The room was decorated with a typical but twisted Pinkie Pie flair. Colorful streamers of dried entrails danced around the ceiling. Brightly painted skulls of all sizes were stuck to the walls, and organs done up in pastels filled with helium tied to the back of chairs. The table and chairs were made of bones and flesh of past ponies. Dash cringed at the centerpiece of the table nearest to her. The heads of 4 foals, their eyes closed like they were sleeping, wearing party hats made from their own skin. She recognized one of them as Apple Bloom's classmate. Her eyes darted back and forth, then gazed up at the patchwork banner hanging from the rafters. Made from several pony hides, the words "Life is a Party" were scrawled in red. Dash's attention was stolen by a party horn, unfurling and tickling her nose. She saw Pinkie Pie standing in front of her. The party pony wearing a dress quilted from cutie marks. On her back fluttered 6 Pegasus wings. Pegasi. All different colors. As she skipped in excitement, her necklace of unicorn horns loudly clacked together. Like it? She asked. I made it myself. Dash pleaded. Pinkie, please. I'm sorry if I did anything to you. I didn't mean it. Please let me go. I promise I won't tell anybody. Oh, Dash, you didn't do anything. It's just that your number came up and, well, I don't make the rules. We can't turn back now. Rainbow Dash was tearing up. How could this be happening? Aw, don't be sad, Dash, Pinkie said. Look, this'll cheer you up. I brought you a friend.
Out of seemingly nowhere, Pinkie displayed a blue and yellow painted skull. It was about pony size, but it had a very defining feature. A beak. Dash was freaking out.
Is that... Hey, Dash, let's hang out together. These ponies are lame-os. Dweebs, 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 Pinkie mimicked. I caught her right before she left town. Remember when I left for the party for 20 minutes? That wasn't enough time to play for a course. I had to wait till after the party to do that. But boy, am I glad I did. It was worth for the flavor alone. Griffins taste like two animals at once. It's amazing. I know she didn't have a number like anyone else in Ponyville. But when I was gonna get another chance to try... Oh my god. When was I gonna get another chance to try a griffin? In hindsight, I probably should have asked where she came from so I could get more. But I forgot. I'll tell you what, though. She was quite the fighter. Lasted a long time, which was fun for me. I got the chance to play with somebody other than a pony and try new things. It's too bad she was such a potty mouth. She said so much bad stuff, I had to take her tongue out. You know, bad language makes for bad feelings, Dash.
Dash didn't have anything to say. She just sobbed and writhed.
Well,
Pinkie said, putting the skull down.
That's enough reminiscing. It's time to begin.
She picked up a scalpel and walked over to Dash's right flank. Without any flair, she placed the blade an inch above her cutie mark and started a circular cut around it. Her lungs working overtime. Dash shouted in pain and tried desperately to pull away, but the braces held her still. Finishing the incision, Pinkie grabbed the curved, spinning knife from the tray. She worked it under the skin, sliced the hide away from the muscle. Dash grounded her teeth as she tearfully watched as her flesh came off. Pinkie then moved to the other side and completed the other flank. Once she was done, Pinkie held up both cutie marks in front of her friend and started waving them like pom-poms. Dash just whimpered. Her thighs burned. Placing the skin down, Pinkie selected the large butcher knife and walked behind Rainbow Dash.
Hope you don't mind. I think I'm gonna wing it now.
Shut up. Pinkie laughed. She grabbed the left one and played with it for a second. Then, stretching the wing out, she brought the blade down at the base. Instantly, Dash screamed and thrashed her appendage. The movement threw off Pinkie Pie's aim. She tried to hit the mark again, but missed wide and put a huge slice in Rainbow's back.
Dash, you gotta stay still or I'll keep missing.
She took another whack and hit the target. She swung again and again, blood spraying into the air, but realized she wasn't getting anywhere. The blade just wasn't going through the bone.
I guess I forgot to sharpen it. I'll try something else,
she stated as she tossed the knife over her shoulder, the blade embedding itself in the table. The crying Rainbow Dash heard the sound of a metal box opening and closing.
Got it. Say, Dash, why do they call it a hacksaw? It doesn't hack. Hacking is what I was doing with the knife. This is a saw. I don't get it.
Me neither. Pinkie placed his tool over the last attempt. It effortlessly sailed through the bone and skin. The painful feeling of the teeth grinding, biting to her made Dash want to vomit. She watched helplessly as her wing flew over her head and landed with a fluff on the table. Pinkie moved the next and started sawing. Dash didn't struggle this time. She'd given up trying to fight and just cried. Then the sawing abruptly paused. Pinkie was only halfway done, the wing hanging on only by a sliver.
Hey, Dash,
she piped up.
Think fast.
Suddenly, she yanked the wing off as hard as she could. The bone snapped, but the skin held tight. The pull ripped a long strip of flesh down Rainbow's back to her rump. The unexpected trauma caused her body seize. She felt the warm release between her legs as her pelvis tensed up. Dash's loud and ending melody of pain filled the room. Unable to catch her breath, she blacked out. She woke with a gasp. The stench of her urine filled her mucus-caked nostrils. She saw a very pouty Pinkie Pie removing the adrenaline needle from her chest. Stomping her hooves, the frustrated Pinkie lashed out.
Did anybody teach you any manners? It's very rude to fall asleep when someone invites you over to spend time with them. How would you like it if I came over to your house and went to sleep?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dash. You're boring. I think I'll take a nap.
You think I always like doing this by myself? I told you how excited I get when I found out you were next. I was excited to have you to have a friend be here with me while I worked. But no, you gotta be so inconsiderate. You know, I thought you were tough. I thought you could handle anything. I've had full stand-up better than you. Do I have to baby you? Huh? Is that what you want me to remember you as? A baby?
She stopped to catch her breath. Dash blinked and softly cried. Her back was on fire. Pinkie then popped something red into her mouth and began to chew. She noticed Dash was staring at her.
What?
She asked.
Oh, this?
She holding up another piece.
Well, while you were asleep, I got a little impatient and helped myself to a sample. I got it from your leg. You're not bad. Wanna try some?
Without waiting for a response, she shoved the strip of meat into the revolted Rainbow Dash's mouth. She immediately spit it out. Pinkie picked it up.
If you didn't want it, you could have said no.
She detonated the discarded snotty morsel. I'm turned on.